Hi, everyone. Hi. I'm going to put my glasses on. Hold on. Hi. Oh, you smell great. My name is Paul Bartholomew. This is I Want to Hold Your Band, and today's guest is movie miniaturist Caroline McFarlane-Watts. It's kind of unbelievable what she does, the level of detail on such a small scale. She's an incredibly talented person. You should go to the Instagram and look. I've got some video of her stuff, and also go to her Instagram and you see she just does this incredible work on such a small scale, and it's really detailed and awesome. And she's also just a delightful person. She's from Oxfordshire. I think she says Oxfordshire. We talk The Doors, Salif Keita, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, Jethro Tull, Talking Heads, Bad Company, a whole bunch of music. She has a sweet spot that lives somewhere around the late 60s, early 70s, and we chat about that. So remember, the links to all the songs we talk about are in the episode description. Click them and vibe along with us. And also, I would love if you would subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sorry if you haven't. I keep saying that. Other than that, without further ado, I give you Caroline McFarlane-Watts. The first question I always start with is the first piece of music, artist, album that you remember coming into your life. You grew up in England?
Yes, I'm from the UK, and the first piece of music was The Teddy Bear's Picnic by Henry Hall. It's from like 1933 or something. We had it in my house on LP, as a record. And I used to love it when I was little. I used to love that sound. It's just, I'm not embarrassed by it. It's a great piece of music. It's the first thing I remember hearing as a child.
Did your parents, did they have a big record collection?
They did. Pretty good taste, I think.
And when they would play it, did you have a system that was out like in the living room? Did you have your own system in your room?
Great question. So I grew up in this house. It's like over 500 years old. It's like a medieval house. The whole village that I lived in was like that. You know when you see the houses in storybooks with the beams? That's how I grew up. Yeah, I'm very lucky. With the thatched roof with straw in it. That's how I grew up. And I was surrounded by fields with sheep and cows. We had our own sheep. And my dad, a bit of an eccentric, who's a lawyer, he had put speakers throughout the whole house. So you could be in any room or any room downstairs, and he'd be blasting, Rolling Stones or ZZ Top.
Wow. Where is this in England?
Oh, in Oxfordshire.
Oxfordshire.
Oxford is 1 hour north of London, and Oxfordshire would be the countryside around the city of Oxford.
Oxford, where Oxford is?
University, yes. The oldest university.
Wow. Your house is 500 years old?
More than, yeah, a little bit more. But you know what? So the local church was from 1147 AD.
You must feel that when you're growing up in that town. Do you feel the presence of that? Like, we don't have anything like that. In your town, did you feel the age or the history or that kind of thing?
I did. I felt it because I loved growing up in that beautiful village. But when that's all you've known, you think that's normal. So I loved it, but I didn't fully appreciate it till I was living in America. And one of the things I love about Americans or Angelinos is the appreciation for history and historical things, whereas a lot of English people, they don't appreciate it because it's just mundane.
Right.
So it made me appreciate things because of the way I'd show someone a picture of my house and they'd be like, that's amazing. And I'd be like, is it? Oh, I guess it's kind of nice.
So your parents your parents had all those records and your dad had that music system. Did they played a lot with the speakers? Was he always playing music?
Yeah, my mum was as well. So my mum would play some of the music I had mentioned to you in the list.
Which we'll talk about.
Yeah. So a lot of it's like classic rock or folk rock, prog rock, progressive rock.
Yeah, sure.
So and so I mean, to be honest, I suppose I've just got my mum's taste in music, really.
So you had the speakers all around. So when you were in your room, were you able to play your own music?
Yes, sorry. The speakers throughout were all through the downstairs.
Okay.
When I was up in my room, I by the way, I've got 5 siblings.
Oh.
I probably should have mentioned that. And my parents had them within 8 years. So 6 kids within 8 years. So we're all really close in age. We're like bam, 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 like year.
Where are you in the?
I am the second.
You're the second.
Second child, yes.
Wow.
So all downhill after that.
How did that affect your playing your own music that you were saying? Like, did you have something in your room? And did you
Yeah.
share a room with your sibling?
Oh, I shared a room for a while, but at some point I did get my own space. But music's such a great way, isn't it, of marking yourself off as a bit more independent or different or something. You know what I mean? So I had siblings who would play, well, one of my sisters would play nothing but the Spice Girls. And another sister played Jamiroquai. I don't know if you know. It's a British, I think they're British.
Oh, I know
Pretty sure they're
Jamiroquai. I
Yeah?
know that name.
Yeah, I don't. So she'd pound that, and then a brother got into Eminem, and they'd all play their music, and I was in my room listening to Jethro Tull.
Okay, so the one other question before we get into your list is, do you remember the first piece of music that you bought for yourself?
Yes, it was The Doors' first album.
Ah.
Yeah.
And where did you get, where, growing up in Oxfordshire?
So there was a town, the nearest town was called Abingdon. And can I give you a little fun fact about Abingdon?
Yes.
So that's where Radiohead are from. And they went to Abingdon Boys' School, and I went to a different school in Abingdon. And anyway, so I went into Abingdon, and I caught the bus and got this my first, CD of The Doors. But yeah, Radiohead were my neighbours growing up. I didn't mention that. Across the road from me, have you heard of Cadbury's chocolate?
Oh, yes, of course.
So Caroline Cadbury, the granddaughter of Mr. Cadbury, she had this big place opposite me growing up. And then she sold the place to the band Radiohead, who grew up in the next town in Abingdon. And so they turned that house into their studio. So I went over there and swam in their pool and had a barbecue there.
How did that come to be?
They were my closest neighbours, so they were being friendly.
Do they all live there, or is it just became a studio?
None of them lived there, but I believe they would sort of stay there when they were really working on something, and they would come together and record music there. Yeah.
And they invited your family over?
Yeah, just neighbours, and so I went there, and I was this really, really shy, awkward teenager, and I was like 15, 16, and Colin Greenwood said hi to me. Then he reached over, touched my red hair, and said, "You look like a pre-Raphaelite." So, yeah, I was thrilled. I mean, it was like the best. And it's just a small village. And the funny thing is, Kate Bush also lives in that village.
What the hell?
Yeah, no, I'm serious. But she moved in after I left.
So what is it about attracting artists of that caliber and yourself? I wonder what it is. Is it just a location to...
It's a pretty picturesque English village. There's historical significance to it as well, and it's pretty, and it's kind of like easy distance to London, but you feel so out in the middle of nowhere when you're there.
So let's start with an artist I've never heard of. That's one of your favorite artists that has favorite album, song, pump-up song, sadness song, and I'm going to say this wrong. Is it Salif Keita?
Yeah, no, you said it right.
Yeah?
So Salif Keita. I grew up with his music because my parents liked him. That's the only reason I know him. And he's absolutely wonderful. He's from West Africa, Ivory Coast. Did you get a chance to listen to any of it?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, this is really good.
How did they come to? I mean, a lot of times artists that I don't know about, everybody's like, well, they came to it because it's a hugely popular artist.
Oh.
But how popular is?
That's a really good question. When people say name a singer that you love or you want to meet, and I say Salif Keita, I know they haven't heard of them. But that particular album I reference a lot. It came out in '82, the year I was born, and it was very successful in Britain. I just don't think people know him here, but I mean, a lot of people in the UK don't know him either, actually.
Did they have a lot of his records?
They just had that one record.
Oh, really?
My parents just had it on LP, and I used to play it and replay it, and I loved it. And then when I left home, I had to go out and buy it ASAP because I missed it.
Wow.
I remember going into HMV, the store, and I said, "Can you get me this album called Sorrow by Salif Keita?" And the girl wrote down Sally Keita, and she wrote down Sorrow with a W. And I was like, sure, never mind.
I'm good. Thank you. How often do you, so for the listener, and I'll have a link or you'll see it on Instagram. Caroline is an incredible artist that does, would you call yourself, what's kind of the official title for what you do? Is it a
movie miniaturist or sculptor? Yeah.
Yeah. When you create, do you listen to a lot of music in general? And then when you create things or you're coming up with it, do you listen to music?
I do, yes. So I'm always playing music, really, and singing along. But yeah, no, I've always got something playing. It's probably the Kinks or the Small Faces or Rolling Stones or Jethro Tull, Led Zeppelin,
Have you always just found yourself drawn to older music or music of a certain time period anyway?
Well, I love the sound of that music. Grew up with the music, and I just stayed there because I think probably because, in all honesty, I didn't connect with my peers, So throughout my teens, I was like pariah, a social outcast at
How
school.
so? Just because you were shy and
I was quiet. I stood out for having red hair. Only 1% of the world has it, so I was like the only redhead. And I was so small. I'm 5'1", 90 pounds. So I was this diminutive little pale, quiet redhead, and I got quite bullied. So I never, bit back or anything. So I just became very reclusive. And then I think that the reason my music taste stayed where it was is because I didn't have friends introducing me to contemporary music. I think that's what it is, So my music taste locked in where it was. Have you seen Seven Brides for Seven Brothers? I've seen that film 1,000 times. I know all the songs. Oh, Calamity Jane with Doris Day. Have you seen that one?
No, I haven't, but I know.
It came out in 1953. Seven Brides was 1954. I know every word.
Wow. When did you start getting into...
I just grew up watching those things, and my mum had them, and I'm in Britain, right? In the middle of countryside, very British part of, it's Oxfordshire. And I'm watching these women doing barn raising with American quilt skirts and speaking with American accents and men with cowboy hats on. And to me, that was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Completely
So American.
Different culture. So American. I always knew I wanted to live here.
Oh, really? Did you?
Well, I was very attracted to American culture.
How long ago did you move here?
I have been here about 16 years.
Is this home for you now? I mean, not home in the sense of like what you think of, but like, will you stay or has ever thought of going back to England, or do you just love it?
Well, I love it here so much. I love England too. But I go back to England twice a year because I've got all my family there. I'm sort of back and forth, and I think I'll just always be back and forth.
Yeah. When did you start getting into, being a sculptor, being a...
Yeah, great question. So the first time I ever had my hands on clay, because that's what I work with every day. I work with polymer clay. It's a type of clay that you harden, you cure it in the oven. Yeah. So it kind of looks like plasticine, but you harden it. So the first time I ever got my hands on that, I was about 7 or 8. And the reason I ended up playing with that stuff and loving it so much is, like I said, I grew up in this, old village of, with all the kooky houses and the beams. And behind my house, there was a copse. Do you know what a copse is?
A copse?
A copse is a small standing of trees. It's like saying a small forest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we called it the copse. And in that copse, someone had left a stack of bricks, and it looked like a chimney. And I remember walking through that with my older sister, and she said... That is a chimney. There are people that live under the ground. That's their chimney. And if you're not careful, they'll pull you under. And I was like, what?
It's terrifying.
So she was scared the heck out of me. No, I adore my sister, but she'd always tell me interesting stories like that. And then, so she told me that story. And then soon after that, she told me that there were fairies and little people living in the trees there. So that excited me more. So I got my hands on some of this clay, can't remember how, and I made little shoes, little chairs, plates and cups to put in. I put them on the branches of trees because I wanted to give them gifts. So that's the first time I handled clay. That was the situation in which I did that.
Wow. And then did it just keep progressing from there? Did you ever, are you self-taught?
I am self-taught, but it didn't, you'd think that I just carried on playing with it through my life, but I didn't. I did it as a child, making gifts for fairies, as you do. And then I kind of forgot all about clay. Really, honestly, I did, because I wanted to be a writer. And I went to university and did screenwriting, and I hadn't touched clay or sculpted in any sense since I was like 7 or 8 years old. And then I had come to LA to be a writer and to pitch things. And I was here, and I was walking through a mall, and I saw a little tiny miniature cake in a window of a shop. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. And my friend said, yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? And I was like, I've made stuff like that before when I was a child. And he was like, you couldn't do that. And I was like, yeah, I can. I can do that. I can do it just like that. And then to prove him wrong, I went out, bought clay, and made a little cake. And that was the first time I'd used clay since I was a child.
Really?
Yeah, first time. So I just kind of enjoyed it and thought, well, this is fun. And of course, at that point, I was already 28. And then I just kind of just kept playing with clay. And I found it a good way to lend visuals to my stories, so I could like make the characters to try to show people what I was pitching.
Wow. And then it just kept progressing and you
Yeah.
kept making, wow.
Yeah.
The stuff is amazing.
Thank you
I'm blown
so
away.
much.
Yeah.
I really appreciate
No,
that.
truly.
Especially from you. Huge
Truly.
compliment.
I mean, just watching, the intricacy, it blows my mind. We kind of talked a little bit about Jethro Tull, and your parents were into that. They had that in their collection.
Absolutely.
And that was something kind of rotating. There's one of your favorite songs that is Life is a Long Song.
Have you heard it?
I don't think I have.
You got to hear it.
I love that
Did
song.
you?
It's a
Did
great
you like
song.
it?
I've never heard that.
No, so as the song continues, he starts playing the flute. So he's famous. Yeah, he's famous. He plays the flute, and he always stands on one leg. So he's kind of famous for like, you know what I mean, like standing on one leg and playing the flute. And he's so cool. So the flute comes in like in after that, and it's just a beautiful song. So
It's
my favorite song.
It's such a good song like
Oh,
that. It's
so
not
glad
what
you
I
liked
expected.
it.
I don't know what's the Jethro Tull song. I probably
Aqualung.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that. Yeah.
And it sounds so current or like it, I don't know, maybe it's remastered or something, but like the guitar and his voice, it's just like, and what a great Life is a Long Song.
Yeah, I love it. It is my favorite song in the world, and it's one of those songs where if things are going really well in your life, or things are going really bad, or they're going nowhere, it doesn't matter. You play that song and it resets you.
Okay, so let's go to a favorite album of yours, a favorite artist and album, and it's the Talking Heads' "Remain in the Light."
Oh,
And the album's from 1980. How did that come into your life?
Again, through parents.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They played that album a lot, and I just love that album because I associate it entirely with Norway because we did a family trip to Oslo in Norway. So if I think of Norway, I immediately start playing that album in my head.
Okay, so I want to ask you about, there's two sadness songs I want to ask you about.
Yeah.
So one of them is the Two Socks theme from Dances with Wolves from the 1990 movie.
You've seen it, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then the other is Poliptsian Dance. Is that right?
Oh, the
from-
Poliptsian dances. So that's actually a Russian opera.
Yeah.
And, you may know from my work that I like fairy tales and that kind of mythology. So the Poliptsian dances is this gorgeous Russian opera or ballet opera. And it's sort of about Prince Igor. It's sort of all fairy tale mythology related. And it's just this gorgeous piece of music. You've got to hear it. It's wonderful. And it always makes me feel so sad, but so happy.
And did your parents have that as part of their collection?
Yep, they used to play it on LP.
Really?
I'm realizing how incredibly unoriginal I am. Everything was just stolen from my parents.
No, not at all. I mean, like, how else are we exposed to music? And you were in a small village. You didn't listen to the radio. You didn't
Relate to my
You
peers.
relate to your peers or your siblings, playing like modern music. So what did you have? And one could say or argue that it's not just because that was around with your parents. It's also because that, especially with 6 kids, is like you got their kind of the energy of what they like. I mean, that's just in you, that nature nurture thing, like both of those. And so that you just gravitated toward that. I mean, it just so ties in with like a lot of the music with, the fairy, like you're saying, like that world and that was
Brothers
just
Grimm fairy tale.
Yeah.
I think you understand my past a bit now.
Yeah. Well, and also being in that, like your house, talk about
yeah.
inspiration.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just surrounded, like you're living in it. As a sidebar, did you know anybody, did you know any of the history of the people that lived in your house?
Not specifically. So that my house used to be a row of cottages, like farm laborers' cottages. So it was a row of cottages and then a barn, a stable for animals at the end. It got converted into a house. So each cottage was a room. Yeah, and then growing up, we didn't say living room. As a child, we would say the stable. Go into the stable. Let's go watch TV in the stable. Because it was originally a stable. And it had this massively high ceiling. I don't know, with rafters and stag heads on the wall.
Oh, my.
Yeah, I only found out when I was a teenager that other people don't call the room with the TV in it a stable. I'm serious. I was like, oh, because I went to somebody's house and I said, well, we could go and sit in your stable. And they were like, what?
And what about Two Socks theme?
Oh, my favorite film growing up was Dances with Wolves.
Was it?
Ugh,
Did you see it in the theater?
In the theater? Oh, this is my...
I mean, just cinema. Did
Oh,
you
sorry,
see
yeah. Sorry, in England we say cinema, so I just forgot.
That
I
actually
thought
makes
you meant-
sense. More sense.
Yeah, I wasn't being pedantic or anything. I just...
No.
I don't think I did because I was quite young. I think I just watched it on the TV at home, but I watched it a million times. I mean, I had it on VHS and I would play it all the time. I love that film. I used to play it so much, I taught myself some Sioux. So I can like, Shimane Tatuanko Opachi Mayela. I mean, I was obsessed. See, I told you I had a love for America. But John Barry did the score and it's beautiful. And you know
I know
it.
that score, yeah.
Yeah, and the Two Socks is the wolf, Two Socks.
Two Socks.
And it's just so beautiful.
Let's play. I want to play a little of a Palopsian dance.
All right, but if you are going to play Palopsian dances, I have to mention that it starts off really quietly and it takes a while and then it builds into something.
Okay.
So if you only listen for 20 seconds, you're going to go, what was that? Because it needs to get there.
So we'll get there. Well, let's get there.
Okay.
Let's get there. We'll take time. It feels like it's worth it to take time.
Oh, it is.
So we're going to listen to a Palopsian dance from the 1890 opera Prince Igor by Alexander Borodin. All right, here we go. I totally know that song. Why do I know that? That's got to be, I think it's not from something. It's its own thing from 1890.
Yeah,
but they've used it in something, I feel like.
I wonder if it has been used in a film, I don't know about it, but I bet it has because it's so dramatic.
It's
so good.
so dramatic.
Yeah, and it starts off sad, as we said, but then it gradually, after you're allowed to feel sad for a bit, and then it seems to build into like strength and comeback.
Yeah, that's a great point. Like strength and comeback, and that like overcoming that and resilience and feeling good again.
So you feel stronger after you hear it.
And you know what's so incredible is that it was written in 1890.
Yeah, I told you I'm stuck in the past.
Oh yeah, that's your goal way back. That's love it. Tell me about the song "The Model" by Kraftwerk from the 1978 album "The Man Machine." And I listened to a little bit of it, and I couldn't believe that sound was from 1978.
I know, it's so fantastic.
So how did you come to them?
Guess.
Your parents. Your parents had your dad.
Yeah.
Would you say, before you tell me about that, would you say your dad had more of the collection, like that you associate the collection and the music more with your dad than your mom?
No, funnily enough, a lot of it was my mum's music. Well, because you see, so my dad left when I was a child, when I was like 9.
Okay.
And I carried on listening to all these LPs, and I thought it was my dad's music. And I remember saying to my mum at one point, this album, that album, and she said, "Well, I bought that. These are my albums. That's my music." And I said, "Really?" I thought it was his. Yeah.
And how and so it was in their collection, and it's kind of more. It's early kind of electronic, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't think it was be the sort of thing I like, which is why I wrote it on the list, because I think you said to name things that you wouldn't think. Yeah, but I love it. It's really, really cool.
How about the pump up song "Wildfire Woman" by Bad Company?
Ooh. Isn't that great? Have you heard it? Do you know that song?
I listened to it. So some of these I cheated and listened, and then they were so good I kept going with them. Great song.
Isn't it great?
And I don't know a lot of Bad Company. Same thing, your parents?
No. Oh, gosh, look, finally. We found a piece of music that I found on my own. I think I was probably in my late 20s living in LA. Late 20s, early 30s, I came across Bad Company on my own. The song I played a lot was I Feel Like Making Love.
Oh, yeah.
I used to pound it, and then my American neighbor was like, "Hi, I like Bad Company too." And I was like, hi.
You're like, okay, take it easy, back up.
I was thinking, maybe I shouldn't play this song. But Wildfire Woman's a great song too.
Yeah. Oh, it's a great pump-up song. Do you pick a certain kind of music when you're in different phases of your creation, when you're...
What a brilliant question.
Sketching first, or when... I assume maybe you sketch out what you're going to do.
I do sketch, yeah.
Okay. So do you have different kind of things? Or have you noticed a pattern when you listen?
Oh, that's a really, really good question. I think I do have sort of a quieter music when I'm first planning, and then when it's really going well and I'm doing the final bits of paint, then I can pound Wildfire Woman.
Yeah. How often do you have your hands on clay, or are you making something?
I'd love to say daily. Mm-hmm. Not quite, though. In an ideal world, daily. But a lot. I'm sculpting every week.
Yeah. That's cool. Okay, 3 musical artists that you'd like to have a dinner party with.
Jim Morrison. Ian Anderson of Jethro Tull, and Salif Keita.
What artist's body would you like to inhabit to play one of their songs at a concert, and what song would it be?
Joni Mitchell, Big Yellow Taxi. That's the song I always sing.
A musical artist crush.
Oh gosh, all of them.
Yeah.
Any band in the 60s of men with long hair, and I'm interested.
That's your thing, huh?
Yeah.
From early on?
It always has been, but of course, my boyfriend doesn't have long hair. You know what I mean? But
Right.
I loved that look.
What's your best air instrument? Air guitar, air drums, or air piano?
Oh, I'm going to say air drums is what I end up doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my favorite instrument in the world is the oboe, but I don't ever do air oboe.
Yeah.
No.
You have to be
I don't know how that would...
free front row ticket, any concert, any decade. You can time travel.
It would probably have to be the Doors, because, I'm in love with Jim Morrison.
What was it about the Doors? Just early age, you got exposed, and you just
Yeah. And so when I was a teenager, if you would go into my room, everything was the Doors. I had huge posters of Jim Morrison. I painted Jim Morrison, a gigantic painting of him as well, and everything was the Doors. I was obsessed.
When did they first come to you? Like when did you?
First I heard the Doors probably at like 7 or 8, but I know all their music, every word to everything.
And do you still listen to them a lot now?
I don't actually,
Yeah.
because if I play them now, I suddenly feel 17 again, and I don't always want to. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It takes you back to time and a place that you
Yeah,
don't.
that maybe I don't want to. Yeah, so I kind of don't. Isn't that funny? I still say they're my favorite band, but I don't play them.
Cilantro, yes or no?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Which song do you like that you think they should stop playing, give it a rest for like 20 years? But you like it, but you're just like, press pause.
Brown Sugar, Rolling Stones. It's overplayed.
If you did play an instrument or you sang, who would you like to perform a duet with?
Kate Bush.
Kate Bush, your neighbor.
Yeah, technically. Yeah, her or this is going to sound weird, Enya, because I do like that whole sort of Celtic, mythical.
Are your roots in? I mean, it's not. You like
They
that?
are. I am Celtic roots. I've got red hair, and my name's McFarlane, so yeah, I'm Scottish.
Oh, you're Scottish.
Yeah.
When did your people come over and?
Goodness, a long time ago, I suppose. So because I consider myself English, but the roots are Scottish, somewhere way back.
Aliens, yes or no?
Well, we can't be the only people out there, can we? There must be some other life form out there. There must be. We can't be the only ones, right?
Or down underground, trying to grab you when you walk by outside of your house.
But yeah, aliens. I don't know. I'm not really. You know what? I'm not a conspiracy theorist person who goes looking for aliens. But I know someone like that.
Toilet paper, waterfall or under the bridge?
Oh, waterfall.
Waterfall. You're like in the 95 percentile.
Yeah, no, I would have thought everyone would say that.
My wife and I
wouldn't
are under the bridge. That's why I asked.
they? To think I came into your house.
Well, that's it, Caroline.
Great. Oh, it's been loads of fun.
Incredible, and it is such a pleasure to meet you, and such
Pleasure's
a fan.
all mine. Oh gosh, I'm so flattered. And thank you for having me.
My pleasure.